Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to another day of 30 Days of Sketches. Today is day 14, and our sketch today was created specifically for 30 Days of Sketches by Jessica Michaels. Thank you, Jessica, for this sketch. It is an awesome one, and I really do enjoy playing with hexagons. So what I did is I cut hexagons in a variety of sizes out of black paper, and I packed them to go with me on a trip, um, on a retreat. So it allowed me to go ahead and use them as a template rather than trying to use just my punches, because I only have hex punches in 2 sizes, and most of my dies that are hex are small. And so I wanted to make sure I had something that was a little bit larger and in multiple sizes. So that's what those black things are. They are just templates that I created. And the 2 photos are of snails. I am using some Distress Oxide spray in Twisted Citron, as you saw there. And then I am using this stamp that is from... it is from, I can't even tell you because I don't have it in front of me. I thought I had it right here, but I don't. But I will put it in the list down below of items that I have used on this layout so that you can easily get to it, and if it's something that you are interested in. The stamp is basically punchinella. If you're not sure what that is, it is the leftover piece of what the sequins are punched out of. So that is what that is supposed to be. And then I just used some black Dylusions to go ahead and sprinkle across it, and some white linen Dylusions shimmer spray to sprinkle across it. So why do I have 2 photos of a snail? These are actually from my Hawaii trip, my Kauai trip with my husband for our 25th wedding anniversary in 2019. And we were at the Smith's Tropical Paradise. And I happened to see this snail on the crack of the pavement that was there. And he was probably about 3 to 4 inches across. He was huge. And so I took a picture of it. The bad thing is there is no way to reference how big he is in the picture. If I was really smart, I would have maybe pulled out a penny and set it next to him so that you could see how big he was in relation to the penny. But I didn't do that, and so it just looks like 2 pictures of a snail. But I will note that in the journaling, it doesn't, it doesn't have the same quite effect as seeing him in real life, but it works. So I got my mixed media done, and I decided to go ahead and use this paper from Heidi Swap's Art Walk, I believe. And I'm just cutting it in the sizes that I chose based on those templates that I had. I am inking everything up in black because the hexes needed a darker border so that they would be able to pop off the page a little bit better than getting lost in the background of the mixed media. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm just using my Black Soot Distress ink. It is the one that I use probably 95% of the time for inking black edges. Now I'm going through my little box of die cut pieces and ephemera that I have set aside for my Hawaii trip, and trying to figure out what I want to use on this page. I do think I want to use that wood grain arrow that points to the snail, and then just pulling out things that I think might be usable. At the end of the day, this layout comes together pretty quickly, and it's very simple. So I do like it. It has really good impact because the mixed media and the hexagons really add to the look of it, and it looks very much like the sketch. I did not add a bunch of leaves or splatter. I did add splatter, but not since there's leaves and big splatter right by the leaves, I didn't do that portion of the sketch, which is fine. You know, these sketches are really just there for you to get some inspiration from, and as a starting point. You don't have to follow it literally or exactly if you don't want to. I know some of us have minds that follow more exactly than others, and that is usually what my mind is like. But on occasion, I do definitely veer off of the path, and there are a lot of people that look at it, they take the inspiration, a portion of the inspiration, and then run with it, and it doesn't look anything like the sketch at the end, and that is okay too. So it is your album, and if you are happy with it at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So I decided to use these 2 arrows, and they are going to point at the snails, and I know it's a little redundant having one point to one picture and one point to the other picture, but I like it. I like the way that it looks, and I think it works fine. I do have this boot. It's like a hiking boot with flowers growing out of it, and I think that is from Jen Hadfield's Chasing Adventure collection. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's where that's from. I'm going to cut that up or fussy cut it out, and I'm going to use that as well. I do like the addition of that brown because I brought in the brown arrows and 2 brown little word phrases, and so I kind of like that as well. And so I think it works great placed where it is currently, and so it makes me happy, and that's what I'm going to go with. Writing on that boot says, "Let's take a hike together," and this didn't really require any hiking, but that's okay. And then the 2 little word phrases, one says "Hello Sunshine" and the other says "Remember when," and I thought those were both fitting and very useful, so that's what I went with. I am going to use that little pink piece that I just had in my hand. I'm going to use that for my title, and it's going to go in the bottom right hand corner, which is also different than what the sketch has. But again, like I said, the sketches are really just jumping off points for you. If you want to follow it exactly, go ahead, and if you don't, that's okay too. I am popping these up onto foam tape. I am using just 3M foam. I don't at this retreat, I forgot to bring my foam from Walmart, so I am using what was in my tote. And I always keep this roll in my tote, and thankfully so, because I didn't have anything else with me. I also had this really narrow foam tape. I just said I didn't have anything else with me, but I did have this really narrow foam tape, but it's not something that I use to normally back anything other than cut files with, because it is so narrow. It would take quite a bit of it to back anything of any width. So the pink piece there is going to get used, and it is going to get popped up onto some foam as well. It does have a number 3 on it, and I don't really need it to have that number 3 on it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it upside down and cut that 3 off. And that works fine. Works well for me and makes me happy. Again, I'm going to just ink up the outer edge of this layout. A lot of times when I do a layout that is mixed media and has a white background, I will make a border all the way around with either another sheet of paper or with stitching or whatever. This time I chose just to use my ink in the interest of getting my layout done, and because I didn't have access to a sewing machine at this particular crop, I just thought it worked fine. So given my other papers have that black edging on it, I thought this worked out well. I am going to use these alpha stamps. These are from Jen Schow, and I've had them in my stash for quite some time, and I really like them. I use them here and there. I don't use them all the time, but that's okay. I don't want all of my layouts to look the same, but I do love the font, and I love that it has these little bars that you can ink up and put right over the font to add just a little color and interest, and I think it's a really fun stamp set. I don't even know if she offers it anymore, but I will put the name of it down below just in case you want to look it up, in case she offers it, or maybe you can find it on eBay or something. I have no idea, but it's a fun stamp set. So my title is just going to say "This Snail," and the word "this" is also included in that stamp set. I think it has like "this," "the," and maybe like 2 or 3 other words. And so it's just a very simple title. And then my journaling is just going to fill that little pink spot down below. And that is pretty much going to do it. I don't think there's anything else on this layout. I didn't add any sequins or anything like that. I just kept it a little bit more simple. And I really actually enjoy the way that it turned out. So thank you for watching. If you have questions or comments, you can leave those down below. I will get back to you as quickly as I can. And don't forget to check out everyone else who is playing along. Their channels are also linked below so that you can get to their videos easily. If you haven't already hit the thumbs up button down below, I would really appreciate the thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe as well. Thank you so much for watching today. I will be back again tomorrow with another video, so stay tuned. See you then. Bye-bye.